Anni Dewani, 28, was shot and killed in 2010 while still on her honeymoon with her spouse. It is one of the most horrific crimes in which, despite convictions for her murder, there are suspicions that someone, an actual mastermind, got away with her murder. Who would wish to kill an innocent, blissful bride? Welcome to Viral Crimes. Subscribe and hit the bell icon for more stories. Anni Dewani was born in 1982 in Mariestad, Sweden, to a family of South Asian heritage who had immigrated to Sweden from Uganda in the 1970s. Although being the baby of the family, Anni was indeed the head of the family and the glue that held them all together. Anni loves children and was ecstatic at the prospect of raising them herself. Her aunt connected her to a successful, handsome man when she was in London in 2009. Anni Dewani, now 42, was a budding entrepreneur at the time, running a nursing home that his father had established. It took a few dates for Anni to see the spark, and she grew to appreciate Anni's wit and involvement in her life. Anni's father was relieved to see his child discover somebody who appeared to have a bright future. When Anni returned to Sweden, the initial spark of a romance started to diminish. The considerable distance was taking its toll on their relationship, and even when they traveled to see one another, it was still difficult to sustain. Anni, on the other hand, was Anni's ideal guy. She was so certain of him that she left her job, relocated to the United Kingdom in 2010, and risked everything to make it all work. Anni had no idea she was putting her own life in danger. They were already engaged by May of 2010. Anni was so enthusiastic about her wedding that she traveled to India 3 months ahead of time to plan it. Finally, the pair danced during their lovely, extravagant wedding on October 29. With many guests in attendance including close friends and family. The wedding was every girl's dream. But, was Anni's smile hiding deep dark secrets? Anni shocked Anni by bringing her on their honeymoon to an undisclosed location just a week afterwards, on November 7. Anni was thrilled with anticipation, unaware of what was to come. Family members, on the other hand, feel Anni's grin masked many secrets. Regardless, on November 12, they flew to Cape Town, South Africa, for a stay at the magnificent Cape Grace Hotel. Anni then hired Zola Tongo, a cab driver, to act as their unofficial tour throughout the city. Tongo promised to be ready at all times for them. As any honeymoon newlyweds would, they had scheduled a meal at a gorgeous, upscale setting on the same day. The duo was caught on video by the hotel's CCTV about 7:30 p.m. smiling and laughing as they snapped a photo. However, as quickly as the flash faded, many believed there was some uneasiness between them. Sneha Hindacha, Anni's cousin, reported that Anni began behaving abnormally right after the wedding. She told me she had tried to be intimate, but Dewani had pushed her away, said Sneha. The pair insisted on experiencing the real part of Cape Town, i.e. the townships, after supper, according to Tongo. Tongo took them to Gugulethu, which wasn't the safest area to go on your honeymoon. Anni's family feels that this wouldn't have been her idea, since she would never put her own life in jeopardy. And, as predicted, 2 armed guys were waiting for them. The guys snatched Tongo and Anni from the cab late at night and sped away. However, Anni, the young wife, remained with them. Aside from snatching Anni, the hijackers, Zalal Njini and Mzwamidota Quabe, took $90,000 worth of items from the pair. Anni's whereabouts were unclear until the following morning, when the police were contacted. Anni Dewani was brutally murdered in the backseat of Tongo's vehicle on November 14. She was shot in the neck with a single gunshot and left to bleed out and die slowly in the minivan. Anni told Anni's parents right afterwards, and he immediately apologized for not being able to protect her. However, the hijackers' actions seemed questionable, since they let go of 2 men who could identify them. It took just a few days for Njini and Quabe to be arrested one after the other for Anni's murder. Njini confessed in return for a lighter court sentence and admitted that Quabe shot Anni. And, according to Quabe, Mon Malambo had requested that the hijacking be staged. Finally, these individuals stated that Zola Tongo had contacted Malambo to recruit these hitmen. Finally, the perpetrators disclosed that Anni Dewani coordinated every detail of his wife's murder. The family was devastated to learn how Anni's murder was plotted. On the other side, Anni denied being involved in his wife's murder. South African authorities had issued an arrest warrant for him at this time. Anni, on the other hand, went home days after Anni's death was discovered and did not wait for the investigation to complete. The jury was unable to pursue any action towards Anni Dewani because they considered the evidence linking him to the killing was inadequate. Despite the fact that the prosecution had CCTV evidence showing him speaking to Tongo and delivering him an envelope just after Annie was abducted. Shrine also left a gratuity equal to the amount they paid for their stay, according to the hotel personnel. Annie's family was enraged at everything. They continue to think that South Africa's justice system failed them and that the case was closed too quickly. Whatever the case may have been, Anni Dewani strolled out of court a free man after pleading not guilty. Jeannie died of cancer a few years later, but Quabe is currently serving his 25-year term in prison. Tongo, on the other hand, is sentenced to 18 years in prison. Nonetheless, there remain a slew of unanswered questions. But it appears that there is nothing more that a devastated family can do. What do you suppose occurred that night, in your opinion? Was Anni Dewani just a powerless bystander? Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next video.